Hey guys, Basil Wolf from Grayson Hobby, and we finally flown the ETMax from KingKong. So did it pass our test? You gotta watch to find out.
Oh, holy freaking cow. Dude, yeah. I think I did. Wow, powerlifting. You did it in this freaking tree-infested parking lot. I saw some bouncing there, and that wasn't intentional. I wish what I see is captured on the camera, because I cannot tell you the aggressive flying he's doing and hitting these tree limbs. Wow! Oh my gosh!
If you're new to the channel, Grayson Hobby is a shop located outside of Atlanta, Georgia, where we sell and ship out quads and airplanes and drone parts and everything of sorts. And everything you see on our website is located here in our good old USA warehouse right outside of Atlanta. And guess what?
We got some flying video.
We got
lots of flying video.
We actually had a great day here in Atlanta. The weather, it's spring weather, it's awesome. We got to fly the new ETMax from KingKong, the big 4-inch whoop that everyone's been asking about. And technically, no, it's not a whoop, but that's what everyone calls them. So, tell us about why it took so long to get here.
Well, factory motors sucked from the original batch.
Right.
So we wanted new motors before we did anything really.
Yep. So for those who are new or didn't see the last video, the original ones came with 2204s when we did the unboxing. And right out of the bat, you said they were going to suck.
They were too low kV. The motors just, they didn't look, I mean, they looked like cheap motors. They weren't impressive. Right. And the low kV, the quad was just anemic. It wasn't worth the effort.
Not only that, we did a test flight before with those motors, and we crashed it, and the motors fell apart off the
oh yeah, broke one of the solder joints. Yeah. The DVR didn't record that day. The camera, 20-mile-an-hour winds came in. It was everything that could go wrong. I mean, someone was saying, do not record this today, so we did.
After that, I went to contact KingKong and said, look, the motors need to be changed. That's it. Case closed. Yeah. They actually replaced them. They replaced them with a new 2205. And how do you like those new motors?
Very smooth. They're I'm pretty sure they're just Sunny Sky motors. They're the nicer Sunny Sky motors. Yeah, they are made by Sunny Sky. I just read that. But they're 2205, 2500 kV. Very, very smooth motors.
Silicone wires?
They are silicone wires, but the only downside is we could only get them reverse threads, which is clockwise rotation but counterclockwise threads.
Right.
So instead of all 4 bolts being clockwise thread, they're all 4 counterclockwise.
Right.
But for the price to pay to get better motors, it was worth it. They're still lock nuts, so they still hold down fine. Next battery's charged, I'll be flying in a minute. Basically, the prop guards, the bigger screws held in better. Now, it's only 2 screws per motor because of the offset hole pattern. But tying down these things, we smashed it into everything we could. Did not get a single motor come loose or a guard to come loose, unlike the factory, the pre-production motors.
And boy, do we smash this guy.
Yeah. Oh. Boom. Yeah, I went through quite a few sets of props. The stock props I do not like. They're crap. I mean, I don't know if maybe I just got an unbalanced set. I tried a couple of them. I was not impressed with them. I had a lot more vibration at full throttle. I thought maybe the tuning, maybe the guards were vibrating. Changed props out to some Dal 45s and the V2s and made a world of a difference. Butter smooth. I mean, it flew great on the stock tune after that. Very impressed by that. Flight time seemed to be pretty good. I was getting about 4-minute flight on 3-cell. I tried 4-blade props. 4-blade props did give a little oscillation, but it needs to be tuned for if you're going to run higher blade count like that, and only run 3-cell on that, obviously. I did try 2-blade props. I used some older HQ 4045 4x4.5 props that I had. It sounded like crap. It flew good, sounded like crap, so I can't have that. It's got to go.
Well, it definitely sounds a lot lower pitched for obvious reasons. Looks like it has more. It looks like it has more. Just
well balanced with the noise of these parts. These are older HQ 4x4.5 bull nose.
It's definitely have more of a tougher sound, that's for sure. Like
Well, they're probably the most aggressive pitch. So it could be causing something with the prop guards and all that, making the noise. Can it fly?
So with all that being said, how did it fly? That's the $1 million question. So you tried new props.
It flew damn good, and it flew good on 3-cell. I mean, it reminded me of like back when the Wizard was new, and I was like, oh crap, this thing flies pretty good and all that. So it brought back that, whoa, there's something decent here, and it flew more like the 115. I was not impressed with it the first couple flights because of the stock motors originally. After the new motors and all that, and it's good. And the thing is, I was going through tree branches, just doing maneuvers, hitting branches, kept going, bounced off the ground, disarmed, armed.
Going through, yeah. Will must have ate his Wheaties today, or this, because his flying was the best I've ever seen it, and it will show the DVR, and the gaps were getting smaller and smaller as the packs went on.
I almost hit him a couple times because he was in the way, but it was one of those things. It was easy to fly, and definitely more confidence factor of hitting those branches, because out here in our parking lot, the tree branches are really low. I can't fly any 5-inch quads out there anymore. So this being the size of a 5-inch quad, but having those guards, I was able to just plow in the trees.
Through the trees.
I mean, I literally dove through the tree at one time.
Oop, 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 oop. I'm gonna disarm, and yeah, there we go.
you in the tree? Oh, wow, you made it. Yeah, I couldn't see that.
At one time, the quad hit the ground so hard, it bounced almost up to 2-3 feet, and then kept going.
Yeah, I mean, I broke one of the props, ejected a prop. I unscrewed one prop from hitting in the tree branch and then unscrewing because it kept going. But pretty much, I never had any issues to where I couldn't just pick it back up and go, other than the one time I had to tighten up a prop.
It was just stuff on the lens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it literally just had a big brown spot. Hopefully that was not dog crap. I'm really hoping now that I just rubbed my hand all over that wasn't dog crap, but we're good now.
So I'm pretty impressed with that. I chewed up the props, and furthermore, because I felt the motor's not getting even warm the slightest bit.
So just to let you know, so after he flew for 4 minutes or so?
I did 4-minute flight, three 4-minute flights on 3-cell.
So we came down, felt the motors, they were room temperature,
yeah,
not even warm.
The battery was cooled.
10.2% battery. 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Let's go feel the motors. After how long?
After 4.5 minutes. They're not even warm.
Nope. Lukewarm at best. And today's spring day in Atlanta. 80, it's about 80 degrees today, so they're not even, yeah, great green grass. And the battery, how's the battery? Cold. Yeah, battery and motors are about the same temp.
The motors were cool, and everything was just perfect conditions, so I decided, let's try 4-cell.
Yep. So we will have the link to the props that we're using on the 4S on, so remember, if you're going to use 4S, do not use the stock props.
But I flew this with the 4045 V2 Dal tri-blades on 4-cell, multiple flights. Flew perfectly fine. The motors got warm but not hot. The ESC got warm but not hot. And it flew freaking awesome. However,
flew awesome.
I will warn you, you do probably need to change settings in it, because our very first flight on it, it was desyncing.
Oh yeah.
I'm not full throttle. Like if I'm gonna do full throttle, oh, that's a desync. Yep, that was a desync. So that is probably not a good sign. I just got a desync.
Well, it looked like you saved it pretty good there.
It came back, but it was a desync. Oh, desync again. So yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna come down and check the heat or slipping prop.
Yeah, because your props were kind of loose there.
But after a flip or a roll, a desync. So let's check. Motors are a little warm, not horrible.
No, they are warm.
But tight, 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 tight. So yeah, the desync is occurring from the 4-cell usage.
So desyncing is when a motor loses, basically stops, and when on a flip or a roll, one of the motors just gave out, so it put like a tumble of death. And actually, it recovered every time. Luckily, it did a spin or two and then recovered. But continue to do it, you might burn up an ESC, you might damage stuff.
Yeah.
So I did connect to the BL heli. I did change the DMAG compensation. I raised that and I lowered the timing on it. Those two the combination of those two seemed to do the trick. I didn't have, and I also raised my minimum digital idle on the quad to about 5 from 4.
Now this is just for 4S.
And this is for 4-cell. Did not change the pit tune in any way, shape, or form after that. Didn't have a single issue after that. I bashed it around, did as many flips and rolls as I could, just really quick, hard stopping and starting to see if I can get to desync. It did not do it.
So our first tests are basically good about the running 4S.
Yeah. Still, do it at your own risk, I'm going to say at this point, just because the manufacturer is saying 3-cell only with these motors. Can it be done? Yes.
Did we prove
Should you do it?
Did we prove it can be done? Yes, it can be done. But again, this is designed for the beginner, and you know, there's no need to go.
It flew really good on 3-cell.
Yeah.
With the right props, it flew really good on 3-cell. On 4-cell, it was actually very high performance. I'd almost say in comparison.
So if you're starting out, you know, get yourself some 3-packs. They're cheaper. And then after you get, you know, after you break those packs or break the quad, then you can maybe go to 4-cell.
Yes. Now, one thing I did notice is the prop guards were touching the frame out when I put it together the first time. I have not checked any of the production models, but I would say if your guards are up tight against the frame, loosen the 2 motor screws, pull the guard out. It's a little bit of play in there. Get the guard away from the frame as you can, and then retighten it back up.
Okay.
I think having it tight, causing a little bit of vibration to the camera, I was noticing a little bit of vibration through the camera.
So you're reifering to the physical plastic touching the white canopy.
Yeah, so if you can make it to where it's got a gap in there, I think that helped a little bit.
Gotcha.
Just that little bit extra, because I'm sure the guards are vibrating just a slight bit.
Right. And with all the garbage you're picking up off the ground, the dirt and leaves.
Well, I mean, I chewed up the props towards the end. They were getting some noise and vibration to them because they were so chewed up at the end. But yeah, no, it flew great.
And you were running the 1500 4S.
I ran a 1500 4-cell and I think a 1300 4-cell, I'm sorry, and a 1500 4-cell.
And you were what's flight times again?
At 4 minutes, I was putting 1100 to 1200 milliamps back in the 1500 3-cell.
So you can fly 4 to 4.5 minutes. And he was flying
4-cell, I didn't check.
He was flying pretty aggressive. You weren't just doing it.
And you can look in the DVR footage. You'll see I got the throttle percent on the bottom of the right screen, so you'll see how much throttle I'm giving it. And I was all over the place on the throttle just because it's a tight area out there, but I was giving it some full throttle punches as well, too.
So there you have it. The KingKong ETMax, definitely thumbs up.
Yeah, this went from I wasn't sure about it to, yeah, this is another good one from KingKong. Originally, the original product we received.
Hey, let's not say originally it was not good, but
that's what I'm saying. The original one I was disappointed on.
Yeah, with your feedback and their ability to work with us, we got an awesome quad right here.
Yeah,
we will put the link below to the props that we used, and then any other 4-inch props we have that we can try out.
Yep.
And then for the next couple of weeks, we're going to probably, with the weather's being great, we're going to just try more 4-inch props. And I don't know, we get these 2 blades.
I say for the sake of video, we'll definitely put some video at the end of this real quick. And what do you want to post on our Facebook group? More of the full. If anybody wants to watch more of the DVR footage, we'll put it on the Facebook group.
That way we don't bore anybody on YouTube.
That way we don't have a 40-minute video on YouTube. So.
All right, there you go. Thumbs up for the ETMax with the
I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up at this point. Really nice. I was impressed. I mean, I'm surprised these guards held up as much as they did. I mean, I really smacked it several times. Concrete and grass and solid ground. I mean, literally, I don't know if it was chocolate or poo, but there was definitely some crap on the lens.
Literally and figuratively, there's crap on the lens.
So apparently somebody's walking their dog out in our parking lot. But
all right, that's enough.
The goal is to kill it and put a Mamba stack.
The goal is to kill the quad. Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna abuse it so you don't have to, I guess. Well, if you want some abuse, just put me behind the sticks. You hit the tree again.